Hey you two, how's it going? Well, how you liking all these spring thunderstorm kind of events that we're having here in August? Well, those of you that live in the part of the country where that's happening, there seems to be an awful lot of that going on these days. How about those of you that are not living in the central U.S.? You having any kind of weather like that at all? Because what we're experiencing around here is a lot of very seriously spring thunderstorm kind of weather. And it's been going on for about 3 weeks now. And it's interesting. It can get very cooling and comfortable at times. And at other times the humidity can go so high and the temperature so high that you feel like maybe you should just kind of walk outside, grab a knife, and carve off a piece of air. Anyway, that's what's going on there. It's interesting at times. And sometimes it's really, really uncomfortable. Other times it's like, oh wow, this is great. I'm looking forward to the forecasted 60 degrees temperatures in the next couple of days overnight. Anyway, you ever been really inspired by something? Well, I'm one of these guys. I'm always looking for inspiration. And sometimes it is most elusive thing. Very difficult to find, very difficult to spot, even if it's right under your nose, right in front of you. Because sometimes it is, and you look at it for a long time and it's not there, and kabam, there it is. All of a sudden you realize it, and it just comes along. And then there's times when inspiration will jump up at you out of nowhere. Such is the case that happened to me recently while at the grocery store just the other day. I'm in there and I'm looking to do probably the bulk of the shopping that I'm going to do for this month. And as always in such a situation, I'm looking for things that isn't the same old, same old. I'm also looking for things that are inexpensive yet actually reasonably good for you. Because, well, a lot of you know that I spent a long time working very hard to lose a lot of weight. I lost 100 pounds. And do you know I have not gained it back yet? I started out with my peak weight being 363 pounds. I got down to 255. Right now, I'm at about 266. It fluctuates a little bit between 250 and 270. And I'm okay with that. As long as it doesn't go higher than 270, I'm fine. So I spent a lot of time trying to lose all that weight, and I'm really wanting to not only keep the weight from coming back, every once in a while it kind of occurs to me I never did get to my 200-pound goal. So in other words, I still have a good 65 or 70 pounds to lose, depending on what day of the week it is. And so every once in a while that comes back and I start thinking about that. And this is what's going on when I go to the store. And I know I'm going around the long way, but I'll get there, don't worry. Where was I? Oh well. Anyway, so I'm looking in the store and I'm always trying to find some inspiration for decent food. And this month I decided on a kick. I decided on a particular thing. No pasta. I eat entirely too much pasta. Last month I bought 2 cases of ramen noodles. And the reason I did that was to stretch the dollar, because you can get a case of those things for like what, $5 or $6? Something like that. I bought 2 cases of them. And from from July, the first week of July, late in the first week of July, around the 6th or the 7th, until last week, which is late in the first week of August. In that time, I ate an entire case of ramen noodles. That's a lot of pasta. And don't let anybody fool you. Ramen noodles are pasta. They're just a different form of it. It would be no different if I'd been eating canned spaghetti all that time. Or macaroni and cheese. or any of I don't know how many different kinds of box dinners whose main ingredient is pasta. I mean, they may call it hamburger helper, but it's pasta. They may call it tuna helper, but it's pasta. And pasta is one of those things. Now, all the time I spent losing weight, I spent a lot of time learning about weight loss, learning a little bit about food and whatnot. And I can tell you that pasta is one of those things that you can eat this. You can serve up a pasta dinner, say once every week, week and a half, and there's no problem at all. It's perfectly fine, and so on. On the other hand, if you eat pasta every day, 2 and 3 times, you got a problem, because it's loaded with empty calories and carbohydrates and all that crap, and it's just going to do nothing but make you bigger. I'm not interested in that. I've been there, done that. Not interested in going back. And so I'm always looking for something here. This month I'm trying to avoid pasta. It's not easy because all the inexpensive food has got pasta in it. You know, it's like going to the store, reading labels, and trying to find foodstuffs that do not contain, I'll put the word on the screen. I can't remember it right now. Anyway, high fructose corn syrup, that's it. Try to find stuff that doesn't have that in it. That stuff is no good for you. It's too much sugar. Anyway, so I'm in the store looking around, trying to find something that doesn't have pasta, that doesn't be really expensive and all that stuff. And I run across something in the discount meat case back at the store, and this is a deal where they've got meats and meat-based items in this case, and they've got a deal where you buy 5 items for about $19.99, and each one has got about 2 to 4 pounds of whatever in it. It's not exactly super great, but it's better than if you were to buy these things at their ordinary prices. But one of the things I saw hit me with an inspiration like I haven't had in quite a while. It gave me an idea, and I stayed in the store an extra 20 minutes walking around looking at stuff, trying to feed this idea and do something with it. And I finally got something. And so, sometime soon, I will be making up a little sum of this very soon, and we will see the return of cooking with TFC for the first time in quite a long time. I know a lot of people have been wanting to see that. Part of the reason I haven't done it is because there has not been the right inspiration, and part of the reason is that I haven't come up with something that is inexpensive and not bad for you all at the same time. You know, it's not easy to do that combination. Anyway, I just realized that in blatting around about my inspirations, I only talked about one inspiration. There's another inspiration in which something that I wrote a long time ago. Well, maybe not a long time, a while back. I wrote something, and I happened to be rereading it the other day, and I've been inspired to try to rewrite it. So I'm going to work on that. And then, of course, there's other inspirations, a couple of which I'm working on. Let's hope that I can manage to not ADD my way into not getting any of it done. And now I've been blatting on for almost 10 minutes. My thanks for your patience. My apologies. What am I? The flop-eared thing from the first Star Wars 1? Ugh. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here. I need to shut up and find a way to cool off.
Mr. TinFoilChef.